Greetings and welcome. Welcome to the next episode, and today I am going up against eTo. He's a Frenchman, so he's trying his best to speak fluent English, but we won't be giving him any grief. Hi, Iku.
How are you? I'm fine.
Good.
Yeah, as you said, I'm eTo. My name is Laurent. I'm from France. I'm 37. And sorry for my accent. It's very, very French. But I think we'll manage to understand each other.
Yes, sorry, I mispronounced your name, so sorry about that as well. We're both making mistakes, but that's fine. As we say, we're all here just to have fun, isn't it?
Exactly. It's not a big deal at all.
Good. So eTo was trying to fish out of me which deck I'm going to play with. And if you watch the previous episode, the first one, if you haven't, top right hand corner, be sure to have a look at the first matchup. But with Digidong, what I did is we spoke about which opening deck we're going to start with. So eTo was trying his best to have the same luck. So I've made a new rule. I will not be talking about what deck I'll be playing with.
That was some kind of psychological warfare, but better not say anything, you're right.
Yes, no, definitely. You ready to jump in?
Ready.
Okay, I see you in my friends list, so I think you should...
Yeah, I have the challenge. So,
okay.
Let's start with this.
Psychological warfare indeed.
Yeah, since we both know what decks we like to play, it's tricky to choose the right one at the right moment.
But I'm gonna go with the one I feel.
Not what I was expecting, probably, but
oh no. Yeah, the same with you. Don't worry.
Okay. Have fun.
Yeah, same. Thanks. Good luck. Have fun. I was just concentrating here on the opening hand, which is very poor.
Yeah. Mine is not great either.
Okay. No, we were talking about different cultures and things like that, and cards, and being a nice community, and people treating each other mainly with respect. So I did look at my stats. Majority, especially on YouTube, majority of my viewers is between the age of 25 and 45, and it's only male. I've got no females, and the big bulk of the watchers are actually from America.
Oh, I'm surprised. I thought the game was. I thought there would be more from Europe, or
yeah.
Since there are many players from Europe, that's when the big player is rich usually. But that's nice for you. There's potential for growing your audience, I think.
Yes, yeah, I wasn't surprised myself. Because I try and speak fluent. My first language is not English, and I definitely expected more of a EU audience. And then when I checked out the stats for my channel, I noticed majority of the people's from USA. But it's not a big. It's like 25%, and then like 10 or 15% from say like Germany. It's like that sort of stats. So it's interesting.
I think we'll see more and more Asian people too, because I play mostly at night, and there are more and more. I think they seem to enjoy the game, and they are pretty active on it.
I had the same discussion with my wife when the game came out of early access. I told them I think this game is also going to get even more competitive in the next 3 months with a larger audience.
Oh yeah, it will. I was happy to hear about the possibility to gain a seat in the World Championships through top 10 ladder, but the competition rose a lot. Even this season, with this motivation, people are really looking for it. Okay. That's a nice thing. Finally, there's a purpose to play ladder. I appreciate it.
Yes, definitely. Since I'm going for the more casual approach, I'm feeling no pressure, but still I'm just having
Yeah.
fun. So I'm having fun. That's great.
Yes, I think you can have fun in different ways with this game. I play ladder from the middle of the season to the end, but my first 2 weeks are mostly doing field marshals and trying new decks and trying new game mechanics,
Okay.
building fun stuff. There's room for everything in the game. That's what I like about it.
Yes.
So this Cathy needs to go.
Yeah, no, I'm starting to notice the new playing aggressive deck now in Blitz. So I noticed a lot of like when I play, some of the people that Digidong and people always like I don't want to say they complain, but they kind of like mention like, oh, Blitz, So
Yeah.
it seems like there's definitely, like you say, some people like Blitz and some people like more the the British, the slower decks or the bomber decks, So there's definitely a nice difference
Actually,
of opinion.
and the meta is much more diverse. At least the competitive decks are much more diverse now than they were before Allegiance.
Yeah.
Before Allegiance, you got Brit Control, US Ramp, and that was Jet Burn maybe. That was pretty much it. Now you can play very different things with pretty good success.
Okay. And you haven't played like Magic the Gathering or Hearthstone or any other card games?
No, this was my first.
Yes.
And I think I started at a good time before, last October. Rewards were very generous, a bit more than now, and I have plenty of time. So I was able. I managed to grow my collection pretty quickly and to have fun with different archetypes pretty quickly. So I didn't have to stick to Jam and Blitz for 6 months. Excuse me about that. That's something some people don't like about the game being forced to play aggro, but it's only a matter of how many time you can give to the game, how many time you can spend on it. If you have enough, I think you can build different things pretty quickly.
So you obviously saw which deck I picked.
Yeah.
War production. So that the mind games were definitely working in your favor.
Yeah.
Yes, this is GG.
I was expecting either a pure aggro or war production. Since I play a lot of resistance these days. Do you plan to do this? If someone wins the first 2 games, do we need to do a third for fun, or do we just
best of 3? So
yeah, so
I mean,
2 is enough.
2 is enough. Yes, we'll only play 3 games.
Okay.
Just to tie back to the conversation about card games, what I really like about the developers of this game and this game's module is, in Hearthstone there was a very strong meta, a current type of infrastructure of a deck, and if you didn't play the current meta, you had very little chance of doing quite well. You always ended up like in the bottom 15% of the player population. And I noticed currently in cards, and I hope they're going to try, it's very difficult to do that. Because obviously in Hearthstone there's a meta. If you don't have the latest cards and the meta, you're not competitive, so they force you to play a lot of hours, or you have to spend money to have the right cards, because they circulate the cards very quickly. Every 3 months, 4 months there's new cards.
I heard about that, and that was one of the reasons I didn't even try getting into Hearthstone, because I don't have that much money to spend, and I don't like, if even the middle level players need to play meta to have fun, there's something wrong with the game.
Yes.
In cards, you only have to play meta if you want to be in top 10, 20. Under that, you can have fun and decent results with really original decks I'm having fun with Spirit of Rome. I'm having good results. People have good results with Alpine. Things that are not meta, but fun and decent, and providing decent results. So
Yeah. No, that's exactly like we said. So in that regard, I feel this game is more welcoming to newer players or casual players that just like you said,
yeah,
they don't want to play every day for 6 or 8 hours. Well, congratulations! So you picked up the first win. You
thank
are
you.
eTo is much more competitive than myself. So if I lose 3 games or 2 games, I won't feel bad.
Yeah. I have a quite big collection now, and pretty much all the cards I need to build the decks, a proper deck with nothing missing in it. That's a huge advantage. I recognize.
Mm,
And I'm, to be honest, I'm not. This one was not one of mine, so I
okay.
wanted to be. I wanted to have a good chance on the rest of the game. Uh, I may have more difficulties if you took German aggro this time. Let's see. Okay. You did.
But luckily for you, I've got a very bad opening hand again.
Okay, let's make the best of it then. Oh yeah, indeed.
Nice.
I usually drop my tanks first before playing these engineers, but you probably didn't have any, or you would have.
Mm-hmm.
At least you would have played a tank on
This
turn
deck
2
has
if you had one.
got I think like 6 cheap tanks, and I didn't draw one of them. So, and I'm gonna do something quite stupid now. But
I know that feeling.
I'm still gonna do it. I don't like doing this, but I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, that's a bit annoying because I spent my
Yes,
gunship.
you spent your gunships, but I don't know if you've got another one. You see, so I'm also taking a chance here because that's an elite.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, there we go. Resistance.
Sometimes you have to make some moves which are not the best, but yeah, even sacrificing an elite like that can give you a bit of time to wait for the basic cards you need.
Oh, yeah, that's the problem. I don't have good cards, and there's no point in holding onto the autocannone because I might lose the game if I hold on too long. But
It
yes.
will save you a few turns, at least this turn.
Ooh, fast Heinz, not good.
Yeah, you really had a poor end. I'm sorry about that.
It's easy wins for you.
This one maybe you will see. It's not over yet, far from it. But German aggro needs a good start, or it's a struggle later. Unless you have big bodies in it too, which is possible.
I'm just trying to give a competitive game as much as possible. So that's the only pressure I have. I don't want you to win too easy.
Yeah. That's better this way. More fun if there's a bit of competition.
But first Marines, I don't want to return it to your hand. It is expensive to play. Full cost to blitz and play it. Yes, I was hoping you would play with your resistance the first round. So I kind of feel, like you say, it was very good mental mind games. So it definitely played out in your advantage.
I thought since you would think you would admit excuse me. I think since you would thought I'd play resistance first, Maybe maybe you had guessed I would not because you knew that
I was
and played
thinking, yeah.
something else. That's a real mind game.
I
I
thought
had
you're gonna
to.
play it first, as that's yeah. So yeah, you thought I'm gonna play Blitz first, and I thought you're gonna play Resistance first.
Yeah,
So yes, it was interesting.
exactly.
Hmm.
Here it is, another one. But Resistance is not the best matchup against aggro. The only aggro games I win when I use Resistance is the one when my opponent has a bad start, not a great starting end.
Um,
Otherwise, Jap aggro is really difficult for me, or a German Blitz, which go full steam with Blitzkrieg on turns 3 or 4. That's really hard to come back with Resistance. But that one deck I'm playing right now. I enjoy it very much.
you're forcing me to play cards at not the ideal time, so you can see I'm under pressure.
Yeah, but maybe.
Tell me, when you're done thinking of which card to play,
I'm
Resistance.
just playing.
Oh no.
Yeah, that wasn't the one I hoped for, but I should have waited.
How does Resistance do against like commandos and bomber decks? I guess they do fairly okay against
Those are hard matchups too. Commandos, if I don't bounce them, if I don't have enough cards in hand to kill them or to bounce them in a full hand, and they stick around, I'm giving them free ammo, and it's kind of hard. But I'd say 50-50 versus Commandos.
Mm-hmm.
What was the other one?
Bombers.
Bombers, yeah. I have a lot of retreat, so I wait for them to get buffed, and then I retreat. Them,
Okay.
so they lose the buffs, and it's manageable.
Yeah, no, same with this deck. It's got a lot of retreat, so I also let them buff a bit, and then you retreat them. But the nice thing with Resistance,
Oh,
the nice thing with Resistance is you can flood the opponent's hand with Resistance, and then you retreat the cards, and then it gets discarded.
that's my main trick with this deck. It's all about it. Except my only retreat cards right now are the half strikes. I miss the other ones, so I couldn't retreat your tank or your RT. But that's what my deck is about, and I love it because I can maintain board control through denying draws and through bouncing EV cards like your RT or any big tank in a full hand without triggering their destruction perk. So it's really fun.
Yes.
Okay, so I don't have much choice here. Maybe I try this first in case of something happens. Yeah, I need to play that first.
Yes, it's better to have your options available first, I feel.
Yeah, but my hand is full now. Not the best move.
Okay.
But I can lose one card if I manage to.
Your hand is full
more.
now.
Yeah, you have bounce units too. I forgot about that. Okay.
I don't feel like pushing my artillery to the front line though. Now let's do it like this.
Yeah.
Yep. Tiger.
But
so you have to damage to him.
Yeah, I have a problem now.
You can't play orders on him.
Yeah, and I don't have anything to retreat it.
I uploaded this game
yeah.
last night onto Play Cards.
Excuse me?
I loaded this deck onto Play Cards last night.
Oh, I should have watched.
You've been watching me, but you missed that one. So I'll just make another announcement to the viewers. If you want to see this deck, that's kind of, I guess, it's kind of struggling against eTo in resistance. You can check out Play Cards. This deck is called GM PvP event. I uploaded it yesterday, which was the 17th of April 2020. Now you're flooding the table. Nice. You need me to discard cards.
Yeah. But I have very few tools to deal with this tank, and it's a big problem. I used an Avenger. Now I can only try to get another.
Oh, discarding all my best cards. And this is the thing, this game is going too late, because now you're going to fill my hand with resistance again, so I need to be more aggressive.
Then
yeah, I couldn't let them stay there. I mean, you would just, the longer the game goes, the harder it's going to be for me.
Yeah.
There, you see? You're just going to keep filling my hand.
Yeah. Then I will miss a credit.
So for the newer players as well, playcards.com, it's down in the video description. You can just go there and just look up Gamer Mengel's decks and you'll see this deck, eTo. You've got a few decks, don't you? You've got a lot of decks.
No, I didn't publish anything on Playcards yet.
That was a very nice play, dude.
Yeah, I almost made a mistake.
Sure, that was very good.
Yeah, thank you. I wanted to play strategic bombing to clear the support line, but I would have missed 1 credit for DFA, so I used the two other bounties I had. Yeah, I'm happy about that top-decked DFA. It saved my life.
That's very bad. I'm not going to complain, but yeah, I could not get that early game momentum going, and now I'm chewing bullets here. I'm sitting here and I'm like just chewing on rocks and stuff. I almost thought I've got it back, and then you played that awesome play. Very good.
I'll keep my...
And all those cards I sent back to your hand is now coming back to taunt me again.
Yeah, I didn't feel your hand on this turn, but maybe it will help later. Yeah, it will help. Definitely. That's the thing about my deck.
Yeah, I'm quite mad about the tiger you managed to play to get rid of. I thought that yes.
Bye bye.
Oh, yeah, no, you are demonstrating the resistance very nicely.
Yeah, that's my favorite resistance deck. No one is playing it. Most people use resistance with German's main or Japan main or Brit main, but I really believe US main is the best. It's really tricky. You have to learn to play the right card at the right time. It's a very interesting deck in my opinion.
Okay. And I'm just making more pain for myself.
I see that. It counters many things.
No, it's beautiful. It worked out 100% for you.
Yeah, because now
you just fill my hand again.
Not this time.
I've got nothing
big. Nothing big to bounce.
No, I knew I had to finish this game before around turn 7 would be ideal time to finish this game, and I knew it. The longer it's going, the harder it's going to be for me to bounce back. So
right.
yes.
That's the thing with aggro decks. Again. Those will have been played 3 times each. But you had to gain some time. Yeah. aggro is hit or miss to me. I like some aggro decks when they're fast, and the faster it is, the better I like it. But what now?
I'm very happy with the Verbal Wind. Playing Company of Heroes 2, this is one of my favorite units, and I like the tank. So I felt it was underwhelming in cards. So
Yeah.
I'm glad for the bit of the buff for Verbal Wind.
I never played it actually, but the buff made I changed my mind. I should try a new German Blitz deck because it was one of my main decks for a while.
Okay.
And I always enjoyed it. Now, yeah, that's nothing.
Obviously, the thing with Verbal Wind is if I go up against a bomber opponent, it gives me that little bit of an advantage against air opponents.
Yeah. A bit of luck? No.
Oh, come on, you're giving me no fun. Every
I
time.
was aiming for, I was aiming for the artillery, but don't be too greedy. It's not necessary. It's frustrating. I admit resistance is really frustrating.
No, it is definitely. The thing is, it feels fun. It's fun for you to play with it.
Yeah.
But it's fine. You have your good days and your bad days.
So I still miss something to get rid of that.
I'm getting at the point now I don't want to play resistance orders, but I'm hoping to draw a card, so you are definitely playing resistance to the T now. I'm 5 cards. Oh, you're giving me a card. Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, this time I should have played Arming the Resistance, but I misplayed. At this point, I still have time. Oh yeah, you only have 4 cards left.
Yep, you understand now why I'm saying I need to weigh up my...
Yeah, of course.
I need to weigh up now between playing order resistance card from my own hand or potentially hoping to draw a card. So yes, you see, you don't give me the chance to draw a card.
This deck, I managed to deny 8 draws in a row versus some opponents, but they had no clue how to deal with it.
No, I knew how to deal with it. I just didn't get the cards.
You played well. You played your resistance card well. It's just that I had too much in hand at the right time. But you'd be amazed. Some people don't play their resistance card at all. They never, even when they should. So they're giving me 3 denials.
Okay.
Sometimes I only have to play a retreat card to fill the hand, not even a resistance card. So this one is... Sorry about that.
My last card is going to get discarded now.
Yeah.
Oh no, I've got 2 left.
Oh yeah, right. Won't get too far, sorry. I wanted to demonstrate...
From above.
I wanted to demonstrate the deck. I might play it well.
No, you did. And I think you were at least a little bit challenged towards mid-game, or were you very comfortable?
Yeah. It wasn't an easy win until turn 6, 7, 8 maybe.
Okay.
But before that, I wasn't sure at all because I didn't have enough resistance card in hand to slow you down at first. But I had a bit of luck.
Yes, this was a very fun stalemate match, and I think you demonstrated the resistance very well. So yes, GG, good game.
What a misplay. No, never mind. I thought I had
oh, you should have sent him to the front, yeah.
That's what happens when I'm speaking. But I have 3 more Sherman, so it should be okay.
So you can finish next turn.
Yeah.
but I'll do a FAQ on my YouTube channel as well. So the attrition, now obviously I can't draw cards from next turn, so if I play resistance once, I need to discard the top card of my deck.
You can play all your resistance cards.
I see it doesn't. It doesn't give me the damage to the HQ. Okay.
Yeah.
But next, when it's my turn, next turn, and I can't draw a card, I take 1 damage, and then it goes up incrementally. The second round, instead of taking 1 damage, I take 2 damage. So that's what happens if you run out of cards to draw for players that's never had it happen to them. Just a bit of information.
You want me to?
Yeah, maybe you can just show them 1 round. We're basically done. You won 2 games out of 3, so.
Okay, let's see.
So you get max rewards. So you get 3 code packs and 3 draft tickets. So yes, congratulations.
So yeah, let's just keep it to 2. So they will see in 2 turns you're dead.
Yeah, I might make a comeback.
So -1.
There we go. Okay. And then I see they've got a notification that pops up at the middle of the screen now as well, just to tell you that you are taking damage, which is nice.
Oh yeah, right. It's easier for a new player to understand what happened. So this is what you do when you are a bit sadistic. You don't attack. You let the HP do it.
But I'm sure your opponents surrender before this happens.
Most do, yeah. But some people never hit surrender. It's always amazing me. They make a point, no surrendering, even when it's lost since 5 turns.
Some people I've noticed have got the mentality they will never surrender. They'll always play till the very end. And I used to do that for a little while. I think I didn't even, when I played Hearthstone, I think I did it for the first 2 weeks. And then you just start playing so many matches that you recognize this game, it's gonna make your soul, it's just gonna make you mad if you always play to the very end. So sometimes I surrender. I'm honest if sometimes I surrender if I see I'm not gonna win. So it's there for a reason. I don't feel bad using it, but I don't troll or I'm not nasty, but yes, sometimes I surrender.
When you know your deck and you know your opponent's options, there's no point going on for 3-4 turns.
Yes.
If you play aggro and it's on 10, 11, and you're still far behind, you can, and you can come back. You don't have the tools. It's pointless to keep on. But some people do, so why not? But it's not my thing.
This game was quite lengthy, so we only played 2 matches, but the recording was 32 minutes, so the second match was very lengthy because of the resistance, so that was, I enjoyed that game, and I liked you demonstrating the resistance from your perspective, so that was great. And
I'm happy I could do it.
Yes.
Thank you.
And then also showing as well that if you go up against that opponent and it gets to a point, then you just know you're not going to win. Then you play a match for 20 minutes, where you've only got maybe 45 minutes or half an hour to play. You'd rather just move on and play next match. But then again, on the other side, sometimes I thought I would lose and I kept playing and then I ended up winning. So it's hard to say. I think it comes down to me to have fun. You must just have fun for me.
The game mechanics are fun because they allow some great comebacks. That's something I like. Winning or losing by 1 health points, it's fun because the games are not always one-sided. According to your decks and to the matchup, battles can go back and forth and be very intense. That's something nice, I think, in cards.
Yes. Well, I thank you for joining me and for the games. It was fun.
Yes, I had fun too. Thank you for choosing me. Picking me.
No, it's a draw. You were picked from that. So that's good. So it's all fair. All people playing wants to play have a fair chance. Just now that you mention it, if you want to play potentially, you can go to my Discord. It's down in the video description, and I'm still doing the entries on the 18th of April. So for the remainder of April, we'll be doing this. So if you want to have a chance, like eTo, to play, there is rewards for each match you win. Be sure to go there. And then, yes, thanks again, eTo. Until next time, friend, you keep safe.
Thank you very much. See you later. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. And Thanks again for the game. Bye bye.
Bye bye bye. Oké, all. Lekker dag. Until next time. Bye bye.